A&E
อุบัติเหตุและฉุกเฉิน
I'm an A&E doctor. Angry
โกรธ
The most stressful situation is when angry parents show up. Announce
ประกาศ
They have announced a fall in profits. Annual salary
เงินเดือนรายปี
The average annual salary for all jobs in Britain is £27,000. Apologies
ขอโทษ
Please accept my apologies for not contacting you earlier. Attached
ที่แนบมา
Please find attached a copy of my CV. Average
เฉลี่ย
On average, every adult owes £28,900 in debt. Balance
สมดุล
How do you get a balance between work and home life? Be in charge of.
มีหน้าที่รับผิดชอบมีหน้าที่ควบคุมดูแล
An accountant is in charge of budget and cash flow. Be in debt.
เป็นหนี้
I don't like being in debt. Be moved by.
รู้สึกประทับใจ รู้สึกซึ้ง
Dan Price is clearly moved by the difference he has made. Be responsible for.
รับผิดชอบ
The CEO is responsible for running the whole company. Beneficial.
เป็นประโยชน์
Which of the jobs are the most beneficial to society? Blame.
ตำหนิ
The manager is always blamed when the team loses. Boss.
เจ้านาย
Dan Price is probably the best boss in the world. Budget.
งบประมาณ
An accountant is in charge of budget and cash flow. Bunch.
กลุ่ม
I'm looking after a bunch of 3-year-olds. Cash flow.
กระแสเงินสด
We've got a serious problem with our cash flow. CEO.
ผู้บริหารสูงสุด
The CEO is responsible for running the whole company. Chat.
แชท
He's standing in front of the window chatting to Helena. Commute.
การเดินทาง
My commute to work takes about an hour each way. Conference.
การประชุม
It's very convenient for the conference. Consideration.
การพิจารณา
Please find attached my references for your consideration. Contract.
สัญญา
A sales director negotiates prices and contracts. Convenient.
สะดวก
It's very convenient for the conference. Crazy.
บ้า บ้าคลั่ง
Other company owners told him he was crazy. Dangly.
ห้อย
Can you see the huge, dangly earrings she's wearing? Deserve.
สมควรได้รับ
That's why we deserve the money we earn. Distress.
ความทุกข์
I understand their distress. Diver.
นักประดาน้ำ
Kyle Cooper is a deep-sea diver and oil well installer. Diving bell.
ระฆังดำน้
We go up and down in a kind of diving bell. DIY.
ำ DIY ทำด้วยตัวเอง
I do DIY around the house. I'm decorating at the moment. Dozen.
โหล
A dozen people are sitting around a conference table. Drag.
ลาก
I can't drag myself out of bed. Dressing room.
ห้องแต่งตัว
You can get changed in the dressing room over there. Drill.
เจาะ
Can I borrow your drill to do some DIY? Earn.
ได้รับ
I don't earn very much money. Employer.
นายจ้าง
The biggest employer in the UK is the NHS. Encourage.
ให้กำลังใจ
How can we encourage people to use public transport? Escalators.
บันไดเลื่อน
I never take escalators or lifts. Excursion.
เที่ยว
You will accompany students on excursions. Experiment.
การทดลอง
Will Dan Price's experiment succeed or not? Fabulous.
เลิศ
You get a fabulous view of the city from up there. Face.
ใบหน้า
I can usually face going back to work after a nice holiday. Glamorous.
มีเสน่ห์
People believe it's a more glamorous job than it actually is. Grateful.
ปลื้มปีติ
His employees are very grateful, but they also feel worried. Greedy.
โลภ
Many CEOs are greedy for profit. Headset.
ชุดหูฟัง
He's got his headset on so he can't hear you. Helmet.
หมวกนิรภัย
You should wear a helmet when you cycle. Household.
ครัวเรือน
80% of British households own a car. Huge.
ใหญ่
A good school makes a huge difference. Human resources.
ทรัพยากรมนุษย์
I'm a human resources manager. Import.
นำเข้า
Nearly 50% of the food we buy in the UK is imported. Income.
รายได้
There's too much income inequality in the world. Industrial estate.
นิคมอุตสาหกรรม
My office is on an industrial estate. Inequality.
ความไม่เท่าเทียมกัน
Is there income inequality in your country? Install.
ติดตั้ง
What I do is install underwater gas and oil wells. Jumper.
จัมเปอร์
That's Jenny in the pink jumper. Knit.
ถัก
In my free moments I knit. I'm making a blue jumper just now. Lie in.
นอนอยู่
In this job you never get to lie in. Loan.
เงินกู้
I had credit card debt and student loans. Loneliness.
ความเหงา
Loneliness can be a problem for older people in the UK. Look after.
ดูแล
I look after the employees and their training. Lunatic.
บ้า
Fox News called him the lunatic of all lunatics. Manner.
มารยาท
You need to have a welcoming manner for this job. Mat.
เสื่อ
You can borrow my yoga mat if you like. Meditation.
การทำสมาธิ
I find that meditation helps me a lot. Minimum wage.
ค่าแรงขั้นต่ำ
Dan Price took a pay cut to give his staff a $70,000 minimum wage. Miserably.
อนาถา
I watched miserably as his team lost again. Needle.
เข็ม
I need to do some sewing. Have you got a needle and thread? Negotiate.
ต่อรอง
A sales director negotiates prices and contracts. Nursery nurse.
สถานรับเลี้ยงเด็ก
Is a nursery nurse well paid? On hold.
ระงับ
Dan Price's jet-set lifestyle is now on hold. Oh.
เป็นหนี้
I owe a lot of money to the bank. Patient.
อดทน
A&E is unpredictable for both doctors and patients. Personnel.
บุคลากร
A human resources manager looks after personnel. Pocket money.
เงินค่าขนม
How much pocket money did you get every week as a child? Previous.
ก่อนหน้า
Do you have any previous experience of working with kids? Proficient.
เชี่ยวชาญ
I was already proficient in Spanish, having worked there. Racket.
แร็กเก็ต
I broke my racket the last time I played squash. Rare.
หายาก
It was a rare and extremely valuable painting. Rarely.
นานๆครั้ง
I rarely see Peter these days. Reappear.
ปรากฏขึ้นอีกครั้ง
Let's hope problems like these don't reappear. Recruit.
สรรหาคน
I'm recruiting and interviewing for new staff. Redecorate.
ตกแต่งใหม่
The hotel is closed while the bedrooms are being redecorated. Referee.
ผู้ตัดสิน
Football managers often disagree with the referee. Reference.
อ้างอิง
Please find attached a reference from my previous employer. Regret.
เสียใจ
I regret to inform you that you have not been successful. Rural.
ชนบท
Dan Price comes from rural Idaho. Saddle.
อ่าน
What type of saddle do you use to go horse riding? Sailing.
การลั่นเรือใบ
Sailing is my favorite pastime. Sales assistant.
ผู้ช่วยฝ่ายขาย
How much does a sales assistant get paid? Scarf.
ผ้าพันคอ
My scarf will tell you which football team I support. Screwdriver.
ไขควง
I'm looking for a short screwdriver I can use in a small space. Seabed.
ก้นทะเล
The diving bell is lowered down to the seabed. Sew.
เย็บ
I can sew, but I can't knit. Shorts.
กางเกงขาสั้น
I've bought all the kit, shorts and trainers and stuff. Shout.
ตะโกน
Some days he shouts a lot, but he listens as well. Silk.
ผ้าไหม
She's wearing a lovely green jacket and cream silk scarf. Sip.
จิบ
This coffee's really hot, so sip it slowly. Sleeping bag.
ถุงนอน
You'll need a warm sleeping bag when you go camping. Store card.
บัตรร้านค้า
I forgot to bring my store card when I went shopping. Stressful.
เครียด
What do they find stressful about their job? Striped.
ลาย
Is he the guy working on his laptop in the striped shirt? Suburb.
ชานเมือง
I live in a suburb not far from the sea. Suit.
สูท
He's wearing a light gray suit. Supervise.
ดูแล
You will help to supervise students at our summer school. Switch off.
ปิดสวิตช์
I try to switch off when I get home. Target.
เป้า
CEOs discuss plans and targets with their board of directors. Tax.
ภาษี
The average UK family pays £730,000 in tax in their lifetime. Tent.
เต็นท์
The rain got into my tent the last time I went camping. Thread.
เกลียว
I need to do some sewing. Have you got a needle and thread? Tie.
เน็กไท
He's wearing a bright blue tie. Time consuming.
ใช้เวลานาน
My job is so time consuming. I work 6 days out of 7. Track.
ติดตาม
Researchers from Harvard Business School are tracking results. Tracksuit.
ชุดวอร์ม
I wear a tracksuit when I go jogging in winter. Trainers.
รองเท้ากีฬา
I think I've left my trainers at the gym. Tricky.
ยุ่งยาก
It's tricky to get a balance between work and home life. Triplets.
แฝดสาม
One of the sheep had triplets last night. Underwriter.
ผู้รับประกันภัย
I spoke to Nidelis Ortiz, a 26-year-old underwriter at Gravity. Unkempt.
รุงรัง
With his unkempt hair, he doesn't look like a CEO. Unusual.
ผิดปกติ
Why is Dan Price an unusual boss? Violent.
รุนแรง
Then came the criticism, immediate and violent. Workforce.
แรงงาน
The UK workforce is made up of 53% men and 47% women. Worried.
กังวล
His employees are very grateful, but they also feel worried.